Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel MedEduphilia. There are only about 10 days for your NEET, and now is the time we all feel anxious, depressed, demotivated because I have been there too. Keeping all the stress, anxiety, and negativity aside, let's focus on what we can actually do and how we can make best use of these 10 days. So, being the last minute, I want you to give maximum preference to bio and then to inorganic chemistry. Yes, we are going to strengthen our strengths. I want you to keep revising again and again and again. I want you to revise all the chapters. This is because we might feel we know a chapter very well, but suddenly in the exam, we may not be able to recollect that particular point or concept. So, no matter how easy the topic is, I don't want you to neglect or skim the topics. Rather, focus on even the smallest topic, read with eagle eyes, with an extra spectacle on, reading in the examiner's vision. And please stick only and only to NCERT. Revise the trends in inorganic chemistry: melting point, boiling point, density. Remember, this is going to be the bulk of your question paper. So you should never afford to lose marks in these areas. So if you keep forgetting the trends in inorganic chemistry, the important points in SPDF blocks, what you have to do is spend half an hour for inorganic chemistry every day. Write all the points that you are forgetting in papers and keep looking at those papers again and again every day for half an hour. So, in these last days, when you keep doing it, when you keep seeing the same thing again and again, it will get registered in your mind. So, please don't give up that things are not entering your mind. Just give it some time, take it slowly. Please don't lose hope. Secondly, you concentrate on question solving, that is, solving papers based on past years, previous year questions, and questions which are based on NCERT strictly. So remember, even when you're randomly solving questions, make sure that solving is always timed. Okay, this is extremely important. You need to know how much time you're spending on each question. So before we go on to solving mock tests during these days, I'll talk about physics and physical chemistry, which go in similar lines. So what we do is, being the last few days, you just have to keep revising the formulae and the important theory points written down in your notes, which I already told in my previous videos. Revise them every day for a span of 15 minutes or so, and then start practicing a lot of questions. And then about organic chemistry, mainly focus on named reactions and products if you feel you're too weak in organic chemistry. And please make sure that you're thorough in these named reactions at least, which are given in your NCERT. And mostly it's from these named reactions that a series of reactions will be given with missing reagents or intermediates as A, B or C, and then probably you'll get a match question or you'll get the options, either way. So make sure that you're thorough in named reactions and you should be able to apply what you've learned in question solving as well. So now we'll move on to writing mock tests during these days. So how often should you write mock tests? I will recommend you to write one mock test in 2 days, that is every alternate 2 days. So it's important to write mock test. The very first advantage is to practice time management, and second advantage is to get exposed to questions and to get familiarized with questions and to get that speed and accuracy as you solve questions. So even though you know a similar type of question, and even though you've solved a couple of times, we tend to make silly mistakes. So to avoid that, you need to find strategies. You need to be extra careful. Got it? So these mock tests will help you to find your own method of solving the NEET question paper. So please do not experiment on the day of exam. You should by now have a routine method of attempting the question paper, either from bio, chemistry to physics, or either way, it depends on you. Differs from person to person. And how you shade the OMR, that also matters. Whether you're going to shade the OMR right after solving each question, or you're going to bubble the OMR after solving 10 questions, or after solving a particular subject, or after solving a page. You can do either of these, but never leave bubbling OMR to the last minute. That's a very bad idea. So never try or attempt to experiment during the day of exam. Rather, fix on to a method and practice this method during these 10 days. Alright? And please stick on to the time management, because the invigilation center, the center of examination, the people who are invigilating, they are different. You'll have to spend some of your time in signing, putting stamp, and all of that. So some of your time will get consumed at all these processes. So make sure you have a buffer time of half an hour and practice to finish the paper prior to that. There might be some delay in distributing question papers, or invigilators might be in a hurry to go home, or they might collect the question papers like 10 or 20 minutes earlier, like how it happened to me. Anything can happen. So prepare your mind for the worst that can happen, and you should be able to tackle any of the situation. So have a buffer time of 30 minutes, and please stick on to time management. That's extremely important, because how much ever you have prepared, you need to show it on the paper. It's ultimately the marks that's going to speak. It's ultimately the rank that is going to decide whether you're going to get admission in your dream college or not. So there is nothing to get threatened or intimidated right now. All you have to do is be calm and think which is your method, which method suits you the most, and please find out and try to apply it during these days at least, so that you can perform really well in your exams. So finally, talking about the day of your NEET exam, the final day. Neither be overconfident nor be full of self-doubt. Alright? Please don't take any questions lightly. Okay? Make sure you read each and every word, and to avoid silly mistakes, you have to, what as a tip I'll give you is that circle or underline words like incorrect, not, except, only, etc., so that you won't make silly mistakes. So don't try to jump to questions, rather give the time a question needs. Don't underestimate any question, because we tend to make a lot of silly mistakes during exams. because of the pressure we are in. There's a lot of pressure around us during the exam. Okay, so remember to stay calm, composed, read each and every question carefully. There might be a trick or a twist in any of the questions, so don't make blunders. Okay, believe in yourself. Don't enter the exam hall with a lot of self doubt in your mind. You should definitely have self confidence and a lot of positivity in yourself. And there might be many who have not finished the portions yet. That's okay. Being these last few days, I want you to revise the topics which you've learnt already, strengthen your strengths. Okay, at least the topics which you have learnt, you should do it properly, confidently, and you should not be making mistakes in these topics. So with a lot of positivity, optimism, I conclude this video. All the very best. My prayers for all of you.